Who's there? Take out the drums, take out the trumpets, and make some noise. Let every kid and elder listen. Let the resound be heard in every village and city to awaken all states in India from north to south and east to west. There is a movie here and now that showcases our own traditions in such a positive light and has become a paragon of our civilization history. And that is a superhero film, HanuMan. Not many people in the north of Bharat may have got the opportunity to have watched Maya Bazaar. Some of you may know it was most recently voted as the best Indian film ever in the largest countrywide people's poll on IBN Live channel. It was one of the most humor-filled storytelling about a fictional story of how Ghatotkacha helped his cousin brother Abhimanyu marry Balarama's daughter Sashireka. This event never happened in Mahabharata. The movie was easily the most technically advanced movie using amazing practical visual effects. This movie is gem of Indian cinema, and I can proudly say that HanuMan, even though not necessarily as great as that movie, is now part of that legacy. In our current situation, for this era and this moment, HanuMan is our Maya Bazaar. We have amidst ourselves another KV Reddy in the form of Prashant Verma. Again, Hindi audience might not know, KV Reddy is considered one of the, if not the greatest director of Telugu cinema. Now coming to the movie itself, at the very beginning, I was mesmerized by the narration of the origins of the story with the wonderful VFX and Sanskrit slokas. The way the writer linked the source of the superpower to our Puranas and how the director depicted it, the movie was a winner from the very start. Compare this to the fake, duplicit, uninspiring origin story in Brahmastra that was devoid of any bhakti or veneration of our devatas. For any superhero film, you'll always need to have a formidable villain. The more we know about the villain's motivations, we can estimate how much worse they can be, and the more fearful we can become. And as a consequence, we also get very angry of his misdeeds that we may want him killed, and then eventually we may even have some sympathy for him. Like how we would say, how unfortunate that this guy turned up that way. All of this was made possible by the director's vision through Vinay Rai's role and acting. Vinay did really well in this role. In any superhero origin story, we have to see the growth of the hero. What was he before powers and what he became after powers, and why did he become the way he did. Now, this role is having HanuMan's influence. So the superhero is supposed to be funny. This is where again the writer-director Prashant Verma shines on how he designed Teja's Hanumanta role and the acting he derived from him. The complete narration of this role was very humorous and innocent. Teja's body language, expressions and acting were all very good. Unlike any superhero film, even in Hollywood, similar to our very own mass commercial films, we were clearly informed as to why we need a superhero. And in order to do that, Anjanadari the village played a very central character in the whole movie. Its people, its culture and the problems there. Amidst all of this, the protagonist also played a role in that village, but of course a central role. The feeling that we would get is that the village isn't catered to the superhero, but rather the superhero is catered to the village. There are other superheroes in this movie without powers. One of the main female lead, Amrita Iyer, she is essentially the catalyst for the secondary conflict in this movie. She is also the reason for hero's growth and a factor in creating situations for the hero to get the superpower. Amrita did really great. Another important role is the catalyst for the reform in the hero. His elder sister Anjanamma, played by Varalakshmi, and her performance was just amazing. Her role is that of a sister becoming a mother for her younger brother, and this relationship was presented in such an heartwarming way that you'll be connected to them instantly. There are three more supporting characters that bring a lot of humor and fun in the movie. Get Up Sinu, who's honorably called TV's Kamal Haasan. Oh my god, he played such a fantastic role and a very critical role in the film, and he's such a good actor, you know. Another important character is that of a playful, innocent scientist played by Vanilla Kishore, who did really well, and this role is also very crucial and critical in the film. The third character generates a lot of fun, played by Satya, and there is an important reason for him to be in this movie. Lastly, a secretive role that will make you go stunned when you learn about who he is, and this role is played by Samudrakani. We'll talk about him later when we cover spoiler-filled movie breakdown. This story, screenplay and overall narration is just extraordinary, and just as much, the VFX is also amazing. In some places they mention CGI on the screen. I only learnt later that's because the movie was showing animated birds and animals, and its regulation to show CGI for animals and birds. The songs, the background score, and overall music is just great, and the overall film is technically brilliant. In the narrative lineage, the introduction, the interval, and the climax were just amazing. Again, many Hindi movie goers may not know, and it's getting awareness on social media now. Megastar Chiranjeevi movie Anji, one of the, if not the best climax sequence of a socio-fantasy movie. This movie's climax is just as good or even upstaged that climax. I already told you, right? HanuMan is this era's Maya Bazar, and Prashant is this era's KV Reddy. From my younger days, I've always thought that Superman was derived from HanuMan with some westernization of it by adding some alien angle. Similarly, my view is that Hulk's role is also designed based on HanuMan. I generally search and watch most of the Chinese movies on Netflix that has Monkey God, and I also catch up with a lot of their fantasy movies. A lot of 80s and 90s kids from the combined Andhra state grew up on a staple diet watching TV folklore, fantasy and magical films starring NTR, ANR and Kantarao. And later on the big screen got to watch marvelous movies like Megastar Chiranjeevi's Jagadeka Viridu Atiloka Sundari, Balakrishna's Bhairadvipam and again Megastar's Anji. After that there has certainly been a void that HanuMan has not only closed but further entertained us to go much beyond. That's why in all of Bharat, only Telugu cinema celebrates our culture by making such fun fantasy films with divinity. I'm not sure what inspired Prashant Verma to set himself on this path to make a superhero film based on our own divinity, but he's definitely doing it with great devotion and veneration to our devatas. By doing it, he has made himself divine in the temple of cinema. I'll have to say sorry to our genius director Sukumar, because I think after Rajamouli, it is only our Prashant Sharma who has the courage and conviction and the ability to make civilizational cultural movies and take it to all corners of the globe. On a side note, I'd say Ayan Mukherjee, just learn from Prashant Verma how to make your next Brahmastra if you're still thinking of making it. So why late? The Telugu version is running packed houses with great occupancy rate, getting maximum revenue for the film. All Hindi, Tamil, Kannada, Malayalam movie goers, I would say go find HanuMan in your close by theatres. Get up and get your kids and elders in the house. Let's pack the theatres to celebrate like a festival in the theatres. If you like the review, show your love by liking the video. Spread the love by sharing it with your friends, family, and bless us by subscribing to the channel so that we can keep meeting often. Thank you.